Welcome back to the One Line Away podcast. I'm one of your co-hosts, Tyler Weber.
And this is Cassie Weber. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about community. Infertility is one of the loneliest journeys anyone will ever walk through. And if we've learned anything from our highs and our lows, it's finding our community has saved us in so many ways. I think it's important to preface that there has been times in our journey where we may have not thought that way, especially when it was really hard and really dark. But being where we're at right now and being able to healthily reflect on every which way we've taken on this journey, it's that finding our community and standing by our vulnerability has been such a huge part of our healing journey and our survival through this.
Once I've found this community and kind of dove deeper into it, especially on TikTok and stuff, it has helped a lot. I understand from the side of the community of why there isn't a lot of people that are doing, not just what we're doing, but like talking about it. And it is because, and we've mentioned it so many times, like it does suck to talk about and reliving all this. Mm-hmm. But once you find that community and find it within, like, you can help each other out, and just some of the support that we've received from people and messages that we've received, it makes it all worth it. And yeah, you're in a dark cloud and you're in this community, and it sucks to be in it, but once you're a part of it and you feel a part of it, it has so many benefits.
Yeah, I think benefits can go so many directions, positively and negatively, because obviously, like, the infertility community is the worst possible community to be a part of, yep. But it has the best and most deserving people in it. Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone's lives are different, right? Like, we're all into different things. We spend our free time in different ways. Life is so subjective. There's so much that we do to fill our time with our lives, within our lives. Finding your quote unquote community can look like 5 people, and it can look like thousands of people. It's whatever works for you in your life and in your capacity of what's healthy for you, for the couple, for the walk you're in that moment during that time of your journey.
If you go, and I'm sure everyone has done this that's either like tuning in or has been a part of that TikTok community, but if you go on it, and there's so many different stories. Yeah. So many different, like, hey, maybe we had this the same, but now I'm going through this and you're going through this. And it's so crazy that, like, you're able to relate to some people and, like, maybe not be able to relate to others in, like, that exact way, but you understand what they're going through. You're like, oh my gosh, right? Like, I couldn't imagine. Or it's just so crazy, like, kind of just rolling into what you were saying with, like, this, we're under one community of infertility and we're under one, like, cloud of that, but all the different paths that everyone's going through is so different.
Yeah, definitely. The reason why this episode was decided to be what it is today has been for a few reasons. For one, what really resonated for me from our episode last week was when Tyler said, no matter what you're going through, find your community. And I've literally, I swear to you, every single day thought about that comment that you made. And it's just really resonated with that feeling of wanting to continue that conversation with today. Life carries forward, right? Things happen in people's lives that are so out of control. And Tyler and I have walked a really emotional week. And there's things in other people's lives that have forever changed. And I've taken what we've witnessed has happened to people that are very special to us this week. I've taken that into our journey and our walk. And what that's looked like for me is like, wow, how important it is to have a community, and also remember that when it goes quiet, when it's gone quiet in our journey, that's when I've feared quite literally everything the most. And So with what, in real life, real time this week, Tyler and I, we are watching a community come together, and it's a community that's very specific, but it's also intertwined with our community, our journey. This part is very personal, and I want to take a moment to drop the veil and really talk about and kind of shout out something that's been very present and very loud recently. It's crazy how I've had this awakening this week, and this does kind of teeter into some of our faith journey, but I haven't thought about what Tyler's been doing in this way until literally this week. We're in this season of our lives where all we want and what we want the most and desire the most is a baby, is a child, is a family. I have prayed so many prayers of just wanting that. And it's crazy to look at what Tyler's doing, him coaching, some of these doors that have opened up for him to coach and be around an overabundance of kids. It's like, maybe it's not the exact answer to my prayer, but it's an answer to our heart and our desires and our pain. And I've been really emotional about, it's like it's an answer in a way to our prayer of, okay, I know that you're in the wait for something that he knows we desire the most in our lives. But instead it's like, in the meantime, I'm going to overwhelm you with all of these amazing kids and their families. I can't even begin to express how much this week has felt like that. Me recognizing that has softened so much of my heart. It's made me smile. It's made me feel so complete in a way, even though, again, they're not quote unquote ours, but we treat them as if they're ours. We love them as if they're ours. And it's crazy to think that a sport and an opportunity has given us so much purpose in the now. And if anyone listens to this, that's part of that family, thank you.
Hockey has taken up a majority of my life. From when you start playing, first put on the skates, or in my case, when I first put on the pillows, because I always wanted to be Patrick Waugh. But from like 5 years old to when I stopped playing when I was 25, it was something that I always thought about, and something that was just always a part of my life. And when I stopped playing, finally, it was just something I was like, man, I thought in my mind, I was like, okay, maybe I needed a break from it. But then it turned into us trying to have kids, and I didn't really think much about hockey, and it stopped, or my mind was just like, okay, I want to get back into hockey. And something that happened with like this small team that I coach, where it kind of turned into like, hey, you want to come coach this? And then it kind of took where I'm like, I took over that whole thing, which I love. I still do it to this day. And then it turned into like another opportunity to be able to coach, not full time, but more throughout the year. And it has been an awesome, awesome adventure. Just as everything that she said, like it's been awesome. It's so fun making relationships, and seeing the parents there and joking around with the kids, and it's so fun. And obviously, like the common theme is just being around the game of hockey. It just brings me so much peace and so much life. And I feel like every single time, regardless, now that I know this, it's every single time that I'm either like on the ice playing or when I'm behind the bench coaching, like it just, everything else goes outside. Like everything is just, I have tunnel vision and all I care about is, playing the game of hockey or teaching the game of hockey. And it's so much fun.
The story that you wrote for yourself and now the story that you're a part of other kids writing is one of the coolest things to see.
It's crazy to think about because, I think about it and relate back to, playing juniors or going to play college. And it's so fun to be able to just like talk to the kids and be like, look, it's going out and going and playing somewhere. Like if that's what your dreams are, it's so fun. I never regretted any of it. I will never regret any of it because it was so fun. I got to meet a lot of good people. Like some of my best friends are from the brotherhood of another team that I didn't even play with in Colorado. And, I have best friends that I played with in Colorado. Like I met a lot of great people within it. And the community of hockey is just fantastic, right?
It's unlike anything.
It is. I never thought when I was going to be done playing hockey, I'll be honest. I never thought I was going to be done with hockey. I never had that like, oh, one day it's going to end, right? When you finish playing competitively. But I also never thought in my mind that I'd be coaching. I never had like, when I was in high school, I wanted to be a coach. I never had like, even when I played juniors, I was like, I want to be that. Like I never had like that kind of outlook or end goal. But when it was offered to me, I was just like, I just never really said no.
Well, it was a door that opened.
Yeah, it was just a door that opened. And now it's like something that I think if I like stopped coaching, I wouldn't say depressed, but I'd be like, well, this sucks.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you mean I have Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday nights to myself? What do I got to do
what
now?
do I do now? Yeah.
Instead of being at the rink for 4 hours a night.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never really had, me coaching and me having like a passion for coaching on my bingo card when I was younger, which is crazy.
It's crazy.
Now I love it. I don't think I would want to stop.
Yeah.
So
sometimes with this journey too, with how hard it is to know how to serve each other when you are as a couple going through this, something that I've attributed you coaching is that also has been a way that you've been able to serve me and serve my voids and fill my heart with what I love so much of what you're doing. In the last episode, we talked about towards the end that we wanted to integrate a way to bring further community in the One Line Away community by sharing some of the things that we've received throughout our episodes and our social media. The reason that that's also so important is it's ignited us to keep going. And it's also a way to know that you are in a safe place where other people get it. It is the coolest thing for me to receive, for us to receive something and in turn go, I don't care how it comes across. I don't care how it sounds. You say what's on your heart now, good or bad. So we're going to share some of the things that we've received so far and hope that it brings you as the listener or the person that's watching some comfort and some acknowledgement in what you're walking to is seen and it's valid. My husband and I are going through male factor infertility, and knowing I am not alone helps me in so many ways.
Love your podcast so much. Somehow relating to internet strangers can be so helpful in all the unknowns of this journey to parenthood that can be such a lonely journey.
Just listened to your latest podcast, and I have to say a line that sticks with me that you guys said a while back is, what would it be worth fighting for if we gave up? You both have been such a resource to help us get through our journey, and you two have helped us out so much in knowing we are not alone.
After listening to your podcast, we were so relieved that we aren't the only ones feeling these things and these thoughts. I'm just so thankful for finding you during the week of darkness. So thank you so much for doing what you are doing.
Thank you for your vulnerability. I have so much respect for you guys speaking up for yourselves and for those who feel like they can't.
Your podcast made me feel not so alone today. Thank you.
And so that's just a few of some of the things that we've received. And it's our time to say thank you right back to you. Thank you so much for making what we are doing feel so purposeful and healthy in the walk that you are walking.
Yeah, getting those messages means the world to us. I think just as much as, we're helping you guys help us with sending us those messages.
What we just read you is a perfect example of what this community can do. And I know that those messages are coming straight to us, but those are the type of messages that bring life into people that are walking this journey. And I hope that even if you're someone who's looking for a way to bring comfort and support to someone walking a journey like we are, I hope that kind of gives you some perspective on how to navigate this with helping someone through this.
And that's a wrap for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We will see you next week.